how to know that he likes you. Number one, his compliments aren't always physical. I know you like it when maybe a guy says, the shape of your nose, it seems like it was carved in the best ivory making company, and all of that. You like, your neck reminds me of the Eiffel Tower. You like all those kind of scoop. But I want to say this. Whilst that might be okay, here and there, if that's all that he notices about you, it just might well be a red flag. So there has to be more to that, okay? So what else has he noticed about you? Let me tell you something. It will be a great sign that you are in the right hands, let me put it that way, when he says, I like the way you think. I like how committed you are to your career. I like the way you make decisions. So when he notices something else about you, that says a lot. Because let me tell you this, when it is centered around sex, you will be very deluded, because a guy will pretend, go to church, do anything to get your back on his bed, and he will imitate all the symptoms of a genuine love situation, but just to get your back on his bed. Listen to me, please. About the surest way to test the sincerity of the motives is to take sex out of the picture. Take it out the way and see what's left. This is one perfect way to just sieve the wolves from the sheep, In fact, the first step I gave you, is very powerful, and this one, you can as well just close your window now, because most times, guys who are not serious, the moment you just shut the door of the conversation regarding sex and they see they are not making a headway, they begin to post you. They are no longer interested in dates. They were enthusiastic about seeing you, but now they are giving excuses, because the moment you say you're not interested in sex, now they don't want to see you, because it was really about the sex, and they begin to avoid you, and they even get irritable or just whimsically bring out flimsy, occasions for quarreling. So bear that in mind. This is one important key. See, let me say something to you. A guy will cross 7 oceans, climb 1,000 mountains to get your back on his bed. Some of you know what I'm saying. Don't play games. As long as sex is even in the conversation, as long as some overly flirtatious conversations are even permitted, it's very difficult to test the sincerity of the motives. I want to read a story to you. Some of you know the story, a very touching story in 2 Samuel chapter 13 verse 4. So this guy, Ammon, was in love with a lady named Tamar. He said he was in love. In fact, the Bible says he was in love. 2 Samuel 13 from verse 1. It says he loved her. All right. Not just did he love her, he loved her so much, he fell sick. These are the things when you're watching Hollywood movies, you say, forget it. He's in love with you. See the way he has lost weight, pity him now, say yes. Hey! Sister! And here's the thing. Some of us ladies, unfortunately, we come from dysfunctional homes. We're not used to hearing I love you. And so when someone comes not just holding red flags, wearing red flag, you will still just walk in this self-delusion that maybe there is some iota of truth in it. I'm begging you. It doesn't really matter how sincere he sounds, how sincere he looks. There are some things that jeopardize the whole thing. And in fact, let me tell you this. Some guys even truly believe they're in love. They truly believe. And you save them from that self-delusion by, number one, removing sex. Just remove sex first. Put it aside. See if he can keep a conversation. Just tell him, you know what? I appreciate all your compliments. I like your eyes. When I look into your eyes, it looks like I'm falling into a well that has no bottom. Thank you, sir. Can we have any other conversation? When it's not about sex and the lyrics has ended, run. I don't know how to superlatives to emphasize this. So Ammon was supposedly so in love, he fell sick. And so his friend came, gave him some bad advice, and then you know what happened. Now this guy who was supposedly in love pinned this lady to the ground and raped her. And all of a sudden, listen, this happens all the time. It is after an ejaculation that a man's sincere motives are revealed. That's where your eye will clear. When this guy who thought he was in love just moments before, when he had his way, not only was he no longer in love, he hated her. If you give your back to someone, who is just after your body, that's where it's going to end. Number two, a guy who truly likes you would take initiative, to be around you, to spend time with you. Like I said, this is nothing sexual. He just wants to spend time with you. And let me say this, I know some guys can be married to their work. Even 1 out of 10 times, he's not the one who came up with an initiative. Hey, let's see a movie. What are you doing? Hey, I want to take you out. If he never takes that initiative, that's a warning sign. And usually, if he's just after your body, the interest in taking that initiative will die immediately he discovers you're another type of girl. Number three, when a guy wants to make very important choices and he would ask you what you think, oh my God, that's a very, very powerful cue. Unfortunately, many ladies, abuse this. They see it as an opportunity to control. And so when he doesn't do exactly what you want him to do, the way you want him to do it, you start saying, he doesn't listen to me, especially when you're not married. We're talking about dating couple. It's a privilege. And you see, even if he doesn't listen to you, that trust is built. You see, that trust is built. With time, I, for one, learned to listen to my wife, because there are some things, if Nigerian says, this, I've just learned to listen, and there are some things I'm just, everybody has their strengths, you understand what I'm saying? All right, but at the end of the day, no matter what, if you care about the person, you always want to hear what they have to say. And that's a very, very heavy cue there. If it says, hey, what do you think about this? From things great and small, he wants to hear what you think about it. All right. Next, if he talks about his future with you, his plans, his aspirations, you see, rule of thumb is, if he's not serious with you, he will keep the relationship as superficial as possible. He will hide information. Some of you know what I'm saying. He won't say anything. He will be giving you one-liners. He might not even tell you what he does. That's serious, because he doesn't want you to know. But by the time he begins to share future plans, tell you, this is where I am at, this is what I'm planning to do, these are my dreams. And especially when he begins to ask for your own dreams, challenge you to do better. What he's trying to do is to build a future in his head and in his heart that accommodates both of you. And that's very powerful and very romantic, if I may add. All right, so that's something to look out for. Number 5, which is the most important, you know that he likes you when he puts a ring on it. Some guys start off with a lot of enthusiasm and energy, and along the way, sometimes they are using you to just occupy space. Some guys don't know how to be single, so they are using you to fill in that emotional void whilst they are waiting. You know what we call awaiting results. Some relationships are awaiting results. So they are using you to wait for the right person. And that's why all of a sudden the energy will just change. And they are wondering. So I just want to say this: every dating phase is a proposal. It's meant to be. Listen, we're meant to be men and women of our words. But I'm saying this for your own emotional stability. Don't put too much power in the hands of other people, especially as a lady. Learn to match the energy. And this is a very important balance, because you don't want to be doing below what he's doing, and you don't want to be doing significantly above what he's doing. Listen, I'm not saying, as a child of God, you should love everyone, But when it comes to just extra, some of you make it more precarious. Small toasting, you are already wearing matching clothes. I should be doing his view, 5 days relationship. The guy who was serious before has become afraid that which kind of life it is. And all of that. Yeah, you're already so controlling and all of that. So there's that to match his energy. All right, and just let him take the lead. Let him take initiative. There's a way to just set the ball rolling and allow him control the steering wheels. All right, and just That's like a conversation for another day, but I think this is very, very important, because at the end of the day, no matter how perfect you are, even Jesus was betrayed. You have to understand, this one comes with the package. Do you understand? Some of una too, they do harm. Hey, sometimes you people, you people also break up with guys, abi? So once in a while, if they break your heart, you break a hair. So it happen. Sometimes, even the most well-meaning, well-intentioned people, stuff just happens and it doesn't just work out the way you plan. All right. So please bear that in mind and know that ultimately, without a shadow of doubt, when he puts a ring on it.